Minister, first of all, I want to acknowledge and welcome the extension of the COVID restriction support scheme and the employment wage subsidy scheme. But I want to also point out that, to date, 22,000 businesses have been registered for the COVID support scheme with revenue. But it is also clear that there's a number of businesses, especially those who don't have the annual turnover of €50,000. And I know it has been mentioned here a few times, so it is a big issue. And I just feel that it's extremely unfair if you have those businesses in small towns where they're not at the same advantage as other businesses who might have an advantage of being in a better location. I just feel it's totally unfair, and I would ask for the criteria to be broadened, or else a greater range of schemes to suit those other businesses that don't have the turnover of 50,000 to be devised. And by that I mean like decent schemes with a decent amount of money, and not just some tokenistic thing. I believe that we have to be realistic, and we have to ensure that our businesses survive and, more importantly, thrive. As soon as this pandemic is over, we need to give them every chance. The other issue I want to raise here is, and I would be grateful if the Minister could come back on that. I want to know, will the CRSS be reviewed, or the criteria be reviewed to allow businesses, as I say, with a turnover of less than 50,000 apply. But also, I want to raise the fact that I'm aware that outdoor activities providers in the Midlands are not eligible, many of them are not eligible for the 15 million funding provided through Fáilte Ireland, simply because they don't have a minimum turnover of €50,000. And the unfairness with this is that counties like Offaly and many counties in the Midlands are only kind of getting their tourism strategy together. We're at a disadvantage, and you can't compare the Midlands to areas on the coast that have established a tourism base and indeed a tourism initiative over many years. So therefore it's very predictable that they would have a much greater turnover than we would have in the Midlands. So I feel that scheme needs to be looked at. I believe that tourism scheme, as I say, it's available through Fáilte Ireland, and I would be grateful if this could be urgently looked at in terms of the turnover, and also in terms of the discrimination to regions like the Midlands.